It's already Sunday, so let's go ahead and take a look at my top 10 FOC comic picks for Final Order Cutoff due Monday and Sunday. Monday, October 16th, 2023 for everybody, except for Sunday is going to be all the books from Lunar DC, and that's going to be October 15th, 2023. I did want to apologize for getting this out to you so late. I've had some family stuff to take care of. My son had his tonsils taken out earlier in the week, and the rest of the week has just kind of been, taking care of that. So, thanks for your patience. Hope you enjoy this video, and without further ado, let's get started. And kicking things off at number 10, we have Addams Family, Charlotte's Web, number 1. This is the cover A. The title is a play on Charlotte's Web. I think it's pretty cool. I actually really enjoyed these movies. I saw them with my family, 1 and 2, and they're both really good. And I know, actually saw something recently where Angelica Houston, and Christopher Lloyd were both asked to come back and do an Addams Family, revival of some kind, and they both declined without Raul Julia. And I just thought that was really awesome, because he is as much Gomez as they are Morticia and Uncle Fester. But here's the cover B, and usually these cover Bs for IDW are, actually you would say RI on here, but usually they're like a 1 for 10. So if you're interested, this one does look like it has a little bit more of what's going on with the plot. But let's move on to number 9, and we have 2 covers for the Amazing Spider-Man number 39. This one is the Tactical Suit Spider-Man variant, and honestly I don't know if this is a new suit, if this is the first appearance of the suit or not, and that's why it's so low on the list, but I wanted to put it on here just in case. And also we have the X-Men What If, Mickey and Friends, gain mutant powers and all that, but it is the Disney 100 variant. After that, we have 2 facsimiles. I'm also putting these together. These are both number 8. And we have All-Star Comics number 3 is a facsimile. And then the next facsimile is Wonder Woman number 1 facsimile. So if these are books you're interested in, you can check that out. And moving on to number 7 is Lipstick Clica number 1, and I just think this one actually could be pretty fun, pretty cool. It reminds me maybe of a little bit of Dusk Before Dawn, kind of, but maybe a little more intense, like I would say Robert Rodriguez, but I think he did do that one. That might have been a Tarantino movie. Anyway, at least this book will definitely be unique. I really don't know that there's anything out there like this in the comic book community. So, at least it's unique, and it could have some fun going on, and it might be something worth picking up. Moving on to number 6, we have Dawn of DC, Poison Ivy, number 1. And this is actually where we first start talking about the Spec picks. And this is the first appearance of Chuck, who is an ordinary family man but discovers a higher calling. So I thought Australia drawn to a person whose life she's ruined. How did she ruin Chuck's life? Who knows? What's his higher calling? Who knows? I guess we'll find out. But next up we have number 5, and that is Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy number 3. And this one, the reason this one is really on the list is because it's related to Donny Cates. It's the reintroduction of Silver Surfer as the Fallen One, as introduced by Donny Cates in Thanos number 15 from the 2018 run. And 2018 is one of those years where Donny Cates was kind of at his peak. It might have been starting his peak, so who knows what he could be doing with this, but it might be worth taking a look at. But anyway, number 4 is actually going to be the Immortal Thor number 4, and it's a possible introduction of the 4. So it actually says in the solicitation that this is the story of the Immortal Thor and the summoning of the 4. So I don't know if he summons them in this book and then their first appearances in the next book, or if they do the summoning and the first appearance in this book together. And at number 3, we have Deviant number 1. The main reason this is on here is because it talks about a bloodstained Santa Claus committing unimaginable atrocities, right? And it talks about killers and all that, but it is being written by James Tynion. And that's all I need to know right there to at least check out number 1. And I mean, this guy's, yeah, it has World Tree on here, but Department of Truth, amazing Batman runs, so much more attributed to James Tynion IV, especially recently. I'm just blanking. There's one other big one along with Department of Truth that had a lot of spec. Was it Something's Killing the Children? Was that that might have been James Tynion as well. So anyways, let's move on to number 2, and that is Star Wars Visions Peach Momoko number 1. And this one is on here because it is a Star Wars spec, and it's actually written by Momoko, which I think is pretty cool. Could bring her, you know, point of view to Star Wars, and it is the first appearance of a cult member named Ancock, who believes she's a successor to the legacy of the Sith. So that might be pretty cool, seeing Peach Momoko focus on the Sith angle as opposed to creating a new Jedi who's going to be trying to fight the Sith. No. She's focusing on someone who wants to be the Sith. So that's why it's number 2 for me, because I think it could, yes, it's a Star Wars spec pick, but I think it could also be really fun, specifically focusing on Sith, and be really, like I said, it'd be really interesting to see Peach Momoko's take on it. But number 1, we have Birds of Prey number 3, cover D. This is the 1 for 25 Otto Schmidt cardstock variant. And the reason this is on here is because we saw the 1 for 50 for number 2 skyrocket. It's up over $100 now. And even on eBay, there's a listing from October 4th that sold for about $60. And then there's October 14th. So today it looks like there's a listing that sold for $23. But if you go to the to buy one, you can't get one for less than $40. So there's a 65 and a 62 for this one, and I saw that previous one for 50. There's a listing at $122 with 2 days left, and another one has a buy it now of $199. So that one for 50 did pretty well. I don't know if this one's gonna replicate it, but we're seeing some sales, and what I'm seeing on the listings, if you can get one for for the ratio price or around it at $25 for the 1 for 25, then you might be able to make a decent amount of trying to flip this thing. So that's my number 1, the Birds of Prey number 3. 1 for 25 Otto Schmidt variant for this week's FOC. Alright everybody, that's going to go ahead and do it for me in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, if you could please click that thumbs up button, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel to see more great comic book collectible content like this. And comment down below, let me know what you thought about my video. Don't forget, I do have my PayPal and my Venmo in the description of the video. If you wanted to support the channel, and if you leave a message with it, I will read it out. thanks again for those of you who make it this far in the video, and I did once again want to apologize for not getting this video out earlier, and maybe seeming a little scatterbrained on here. Just kind of have a lot going on, and this video is actually kind of hard for me to sit down and do and put together and record and get out and all that stuff. So I really want to thank you guys who took the time to watch the whole thing. And yeah, thanks for your support, and I will most likely be putting out my top 10 new comic book day video tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. But until next time, here's a couple other videos you can check out.